Hey everyone, welcome back to CodeHub Pro. I'm excited to have you here today. In this video, we're going to explore the basics of what a shell is and learn some essential commands that will make navigating your system a breeze. Whether you're brand new to this or just need a refresher, you're in the right place. Let's start with the question, what is a shell? Well, think of a shell as the middleman between you and your operating system. It's a program that takes the commands you type in and passes them to the operating system to be executed. Basically, it's how you talk to your computer using text commands. There are several types of shells, each with its own features. The most well-known ones are born shell, shines, sea shell, xiao, corn, shell, xia, born again, shell, bash, 1, seashell, sia, path, /bin, ch, non-root, prompt, %root, prompt, number sign. Features, supports aliases and command history, which helps to store and recall previously used commands. Its syntax is similar to C programming, making it a great choice for users familiar with C-like expressions. Second, corn shell, ksh, path, /bin ksh, non-root prompt, $, root prompt, number sign. Features, sh compatible. It's based on the born shell, so most commands work the same way. Interactive features like job control and aliases, similar to C shell. Supports C-like arrays, functions, and string operations, making scripting super powerful. Faster than C shell, especially in performance-heavy tasks. 3. Born shell, esh, path, /bin /esh or /sbin /esh, non-root prompt, $, root prompt, number sign. Features, the original Unix shell. It's compact, fast, and ideal for basic scripting. Perfect for systems that need low resource usage or for running lightweight scripts. 4. Born again shell, bash, path, /bin /bash, non-root prompt, bash x.xx $, root prompt, bash x.xx number sign. Features, esh compatible, like the original born shell but with many more advanced features. Command line editing allows you to edit commands directly in the terminal. Unlimited command history. No need to worry about losing old commands. Bash stores it all. Arithmetic support. You can perform integer arithmetic in any base from 2 to 64. Root versus non-root users. What's the difference? Non-root users. These users have restricted access, usually limited to their home directories, e.g., /home/username. They can use shell commands, but can't make major system changes, like installing software or modifying global configuration files. Root users, also called super users, they have full access to the entire system. They can install programs, configure system settings, and access every file and directory. When you see the number sign prompt, you know you're working as root, so be extra careful. Out of these, bash, born again shell, is the most popular, especially in Linux systems. Bash is super powerful and widely used by developers and system administrators because of its flexibility and ease of use. Now let's talk about shell configuration files. There are a few key files you should know about, like /etc/profile and /etc/bashrc. These are global config files, meaning they apply to all users on the system. You can also have user-specific config files to customize your shell experience to your own liking. Basic navigation commands. Next up, let's learn some basic commands for navigating through the file system. First, we have pwd. This command shows you the directory you are currently in. It stands for Print Working Directory. ls. This lists all the files and folders in the current directory. cd. This command allows you to change directories, move between folders. If you want to move to a folder from the root of the system, you'll start with a /. But if you're moving between directories relative to your current one, you can skip the / and use /. And when you want to move up one level, to the parent folder, you can use cd more on the ls command. So far, we've used ls without any options. If you want more detailed information, like seeing hidden files or getting file creation dates, you can use ls-al. This gives you a lot more detail about what's in the directory, creating and deleting folders. Now let's talk about creating and deleting directories, folders, mkdir. This command creates a new folder, rmdir. This deletes an empty folder. If the folder has contents inside, rmdir will give you an error. In that case, you'll need to use rm-r to remove the folder and everything inside it. Just be careful with this command because once you delete something, it's gone for good. Creating files. Next up, let's create some files. You can do this easily with the touch command. Touch file name creates an empty file with the name you specify. If the file already exists, instead of creating a new one, it will just update the file's modification date. Viewing file contents. To view what's inside a file, you can use the cat command. Simply type cat file name and you'll see the file's contents displayed. If you want to add text to the file, you can redirect input with cat greater than file name. This will allow you to start typing and save the text into the file. If the file already exists, this method will overwrite the current contents. To add new content without erasing what's already there, you can use double greater than instead of greater than. When you're done entering text, just hit Enter and then press Ctrl+D to save and exit. Editing files with text editors. While cat works for quick file edits, sometimes you'll want to use a text editor. One of the most popular ones is 6. It's a bit more advanced but super powerful for editing text files. Searching for files and folders. Now, let's talk about searching for files and folders using the find command. First, specify the folder you want to search in, then use the name option followed by the name or pattern of the file you're looking for. Keep in mind that by default, this search is case-sensitive. If you don't want the search to be case-sensitive, you can use the iname option instead of name. Additionally, if you want to limit your search to only files or only directories, use the type option. For example, find-type F will search only for files, while find-type D will search for directories. Getting help with commands. Finally, if you ever need help with a command, you can use the man command. Typing man followed by the command name will open the manual page, which gives you detailed information about how the command works. You can also use ~help for a quick overview or the info command to learn more about specific options. That's a wrap. And that's it for today's video. I hope this introduction to shells and basic commands was helpful and easy to understand. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to CodeHub Pro for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.